How climate change is driving global food price spikes in 2025. The climate crisis is not just melting glacier, it's making your grocery bill skyrocket. A groundbreaking study reveals how extreme weather events are directly linked to skyrocketing prices for staples like rice, corn, cocoa, coffee, and even vegetables like cabbage and lettuce. But here's where it gets controversial. The same forces causing climate chaos are also fueling political tensions and voter frustrations worldwide. And this is the part most people miss. The real victims aren't just consumers, they're the low-income families forced to choose between meals and essentials as prices surge. Consider South Korea's cabbage crisis in 2024. After a brutal heatwave, prices soared by 70%, turning a humble vegetable into a luxury. Meanwhile, Australian lettuce prices tripled in 2022 after catastrophic floods drowned farmland, forcing fast food chains like KFC to rethink their menus. In Ghana and the Ivory Coast, a 280% spike in cocoa prices left chocolate manufacturers scrambling, proving even a single heatwave can ripple through global supply chains. These aren't isolated incidents, they're symptoms of a planet under stress. Droughts add another layer to the crisis. Brazil's 2023 drought, which parched coffee plantations, led to a 55% global price jump the following year. Ethiopia faced a similar nightmare in 2022, with a 40% food price surge in 2023 after crops withered in the dry. The report, authored by 6 European research institutions and the European Central Bank, warns that without urgent action to cut emissions, these price shocks will only intensify. Maximilian Kotz, lead researcher from the Barcelona Supercomputing Center, puts it bluntly: extreme weather isn't a future threat, it's already wrecking farms and wallets. The political fallout is just as dramatic. In Japan, rice prices dominated voters' minds during recent elections, while US and UK campaigns focused heavily on grocery costs. In the UK alone, climate change added £360 to the average household's food bill between 2022 and 2023. Last year, the UK had its third worst harvest in history, notes Amber Sawyer of the Energy and Climate Intelligence Unit. And it wasn't just bad luck, climate change supercharged those downpours. Yet, despite these warnings, global climate pledges remain alarmingly weak. Nations have vowed to cut emissions by 2.6% from 2019 to 2030 under the UNFCCC, but scientists argue this is nowhere near the 45% reduction needed to meet the Paris Agreement's 1.5 degrees Celsius target. Are these promises enough, or are we setting the stage for even higher food costs? The International Court of Justice may soon weigh in, as Vanuatu and Global South nations push for legal accountability over climate inaction. So, what's next? The upcoming UN Food Systems Summit in Addis Ababa could be a turning point if leaders prioritize action over empty rhetoric. But until then, the world's supermarkets remain battlegrounds in a climate war. And the question is, who will pay the price? Share your thoughts below. Do you think governments are doing enough to address climate-driven food price hikes, or is the system rigged against ordinary families? How climate change is making your groceries more expensive. Impact analysis. Climate change is now hitting your wallet at the grocery store, and it's worse than you think. Imagine paying triple for a simple head of lettuce, or watching olive oil prices jump by half virtually overnight. This isn't a dystopian scenario, it's our current reality, and climate change is the culprit. Groundbreaking research from an elite team at the Barcelona Supercomputing Center, working alongside European Central Bank experts, has uncovered a disturbing connection between extreme weather events and skyrocketing food prices. Their findings paint a stark picture of how climate change is already affecting our daily lives through our grocery bills. The numbers are shocking. Australian lettuce prices have surged an astronomical 300%, while American vegetable costs have shot up 80%. European consumers haven't been spared either, with olive oil prices climbing 50%. But here's where it gets interesting: these aren't just random market fluctuations. The research team meticulously examined 16 distinct weather events between 2022 and 2024, and what they discovered was unprecedented. Many of these climate incidents were so extreme that they had no historical precedent before 2020. This revelation, published in the prestigious Environmental Research Letters journal, raises an uncomfortable question: Are we witnessing just the beginning of climate change's impact on our food systems? But here's the part that's sparking heated debate. While some argue these price increases are temporary market adjustments, the research suggests we're seeing a permanent shift in food costs due to climate change. What do you think? Are we prepared for a future where extreme weather regularly disrupts our food supply and prices? Share your thoughts below on how you're dealing with these rising costs in your own household.